Hey, good morning, everybody. So we are out on my balcony today because I have a leak going through my balcony, and it's not necessarily going into the house, but it is going into the garage and right there at my doorstep. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So the first indication that we had rain is, correction, we had a leak is when it was raining. You can kind of see these drip marks that have kind of dried up. We are getting water coming in from this side. And also, let me show you the other place where we are getting it at. Now, just to give you perspective for those who've been following along, this is where my bike rack was when I redid the garage shelf. So let me go ahead and zoom in. You can see the fresh water stain. Let me go in ×2 real fast. You can see the fresh water stain right here. That's where it was coming in. And you can see here in some of the older ones that there was previous water stains already. So let me show you what repair has been done and what I'm going to have to fix. So coming out of my patio door, this was actually something I had seen when I first took over the house. This little crack here and this spot kind of coming up. You can see it kind of going right here. And that's the part this is the part that borders the wall. And this is where I think I have the major intrusion at. And then you can also see one here going under Santa right there. This is when I first had this priced out when I bought the house back in about almost 5 years ago now. It was going to cost a little about $5,500, $5,300, somewhere around there. But I plan to do it for about 1/10 the price, at actually a little less, for around $400, maybe $500 with some of the extra materials. Let me show you what the plan is as far as what I'm going to use. So I'm going to be using liquid rubber, and this involves I've basically got three parts. These two here are the same part. I went ahead and I went with the basically light gray, smooth. I have the patchwork necessary to go over those cracks and just make sure those are seamed up really good. And then also I have the primer that I'll put down just before we lay down the liquid rubber. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and double check my plan before I get started, but I know at a minimum all the Christmas decorations, they got to come down. Usually I like to wait until after New Year's, but I got to get this stuff knocked out and get done before I go on my work trip, because I definitely want to have this done before I head out. Now, the good news is I do live in Southern California, so the likelihood of getting rain is very low. However, since we don't get rain that often, our weather guesses are really bad at guessing the weather out here. So there's times when there's no rain in the forecast and we get about 1/10 of an inch or something. So I want to make sure I got all that down. Now you can kind of see it's partly cloudy today, and for the next 2 days it's supposed to be sunny. So what I want to try to get done in the cloudy weather is do sort of the hard labor. And let me just kind of step you through those steps real fast. All right, so after the Christmas decorations are up, I'm going to go ahead and take this down to bare wood. And then once I get it down to bare wood, I'm going to go ahead and pull out the belt sander and orbital rotating sander and just kind of smooth down the spots that have lifted due to the water in preparation for filling these cracks with putty. It's probably going to be a wood/wax putty, just to kind of fill in any major gaps that there might be. And then the part I'm going to double check, I'm going to go to the liquid rubber site and check out the directions. Is I think I then lay the primer down, lay that sort of patching down over the major cracks and everything, and then do the liquid rubber. But after I go ahead and double check my plan, it's just time to send it. All the Christmas lights that I want to get removed are removed. I went ahead and left these up only because I don't want to get the ladder out and take that down. And mostly because I'm a little curious to see how easy this is going to come up. Well, looks like maybe not too bad, but it's definitely going to require some work. What's going on, everybody? So I have been sort of failing at doing the chipping with the spatula knife, with the spackle knife, and then I attempted to do some paint stripper, and it's going to take too much. So one thing I'm going to try to do is pull out the pressure washer and see how that goes. All right, let's send it. All right, we're going to go ahead and discontinue the video here, and with you guys watching me to remove this, so I'm just going to come back when this is done, or maybe at another significant point, but you can kind of see the layers on what I'm working here, and what I've noticed is the water just will get under there, and it's just staying there, so it's getting real soft in some places like there. And so my concern is if that's too brittle, I'm going to have someone come out and repair the subfloor, because that'll just be a little bit beyond my capacity and the time I have. And then they may even have to finish this. So we'll see. All right, I'll see you on the next step. All right, we are maybe 50% done, maybe a little bit more. Definitely is going to take me at least 2 days. I'm thinking it's going to be 2.5 days to get this knocked out. And I learned that I don't have plywood underneath. I have some sort of concrete board. Fortunately, the liquid rubber applies to just about everything, so no worries there. But when it comes to, let me turn back around to the place at hand. When it comes to me fixing the crack, it's definitely not going to be wood putty, so I'm going to have to take a look and see what options I have in order to fix that. I might be able to do it with only the liquid rubber, but I'm not sure. But I'll just clip over to what you saw me doing. The trick that I learned was actually to come at it about a 15 to 20 degree angle and just kind of do up and down motions, and that seemed to do two things. Number one, it seemed to be the most efficient because it was good at finding the weak spots, and I would go ahead and exploit the weak spots. But also what it was good at was preventing me or reducing the amount of damage that I was doing to the concrete with the 3000 psi Ryobi pressure washer. But anyways, let me go ahead and take you back downstairs. Well, it is cleanup time. This is roughly about maybe 4 or 5 tankfuls of the pressure washer, and here's where I am. I got a little bit smarter towards the end, and you saw me put up the tarp on the end that I was working on, and that's helping to kind of consolidate the issue. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and clean this up. Got just enough time to clean up and kind of rest before New Year's tonight. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. And I forgot to mention, this is definitely going to be a multi-part series. So I think after I go ahead and finish the preparations, I'm going to go ahead and end it, and then maybe there'll be 1 or 2 more after that. We'll see. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. Hey, what's going on, everybody? So today I just completed day 2 of deck stripping. Made some good progress, started to get into some real stubborn places, so I didn't make the same kind of progress that I did yesterday. I'm only about maybe 70% done now, but I'm hoping that I can at least break through tomorrow. Let me explain why I'm hoping I can break through tomorrow and knock it all out. All right, so here's the main water intrusion that they're having an issue with. And you can see I got it pretty much, with the exception of basically this little area right here, a little bit of area here, and then over here in the corner, right here, and then also over here. I'm pretty much done with this side. Now, for this side, I have been yet able to get past the water intrusion area here. Obviously I'm going to have to do it tomorrow, but I do have concerns on, I'm just actually, the concern is the unknown. Why is it being so hard? It almost looks like they put down an extra concrete patch here on at least one of the 2 or 3 or 4 or how many ever patches they did without trying to, strip the deck first. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. When I get to that point, I'll bring you guys along. All right, see you tomorrow. What's going on, everybody? So I feel like I'm at an impasse rather, because I cannot get past that concrete. I was doing pretty good and got to where I'm basically about 80% and got to the part that I was concerned about, which is it looks like they put some concrete or something down. So I'm going to go ahead and post this video because a video or a picture, if a picture's worth 1,000 words, then a video is, going to help out immensely when I'm trying to explain this problem to the local friends here. But I'm going to try to get some help. If you have an idea on what I can do, please let me know. But let me just kind of show you what I'm talking about real fast. So I was glad I decided to go ahead and show you guys at least one tank load, gas load of the pressure washer, because you were able to see some of the struggles I was having here. This part right here, it just sounds different when I'm pounding on it. Here, and then it just sounds a little bit more solid. So I feel like, and then when you come down here and take a look, it looks like they put a layer of concrete down on top of this end, and you can just see the original layer and the concrete layer, and then the basically the paint. So I'm unsure on what I can do at this point, at least by myself. I may have to call on the professionals, or at least a friend who does this for a living, that can either come and do it and I'll pay him, or give me the advice to get through this next stage. But that's going to wrap up this video. I will get through it. I know that. Just we'll have to see what path I got, so which way I got to take, whether I'm able to do it myself or have to pay someone. We have our limits and we just got to, operate within them. But anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Wish me luck, and I'll see you on the next one.